Hello, Nightmare Roadshow crew. I'm here with Messy Jessy and Dirty Birdie, and we're bringing you the news. Woohoo! So,
Sorry, I have
yeah,
to do that every time.
Yeah,
I'll be
cool.
serious.
And my news article just left. Okay, here it is. So I always have to try to figure out how to get my screens adjusted here so I can read. And my news article just left again. We've been having nothing but problems. Okay, here we are. Here we are. Let's see. I had some gruesome stuff, but maybe we should stick to some funny stuff. Did y'all hear, though? There is a gruesome story out there about the guy who they found him in a what's the gym that's over by us?
Which one?
Gold's
The
Gym?
one in Chubbuck. The not
Plant.
Yes. And this guy was found dead. He was 39 years old, and he was found dead in a gym tanning booth 3 days after he went into the booth.
Yep, I heard
Didn't
about that.
anybody notice a smell?
So that's how they noticed him after 3 days. So apparently he goes into to do his workout, and he I'm not going to say his name, but anyway, he goes into the tanning booth, and that was the gym closed. So this is on a Friday. The gym closed at 9 p.m. Friday. It was open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, and then it opened again at 5 in the morning, and that's when his body was found. So nobody noticed Friday night when they closed up, and nobody noticed all day Saturday or Sunday that this guy was in the tanning booth dead. So that tells you how good the cleaning is in
Exactly.
Yeah. Really bad. Really, really bad. Okay.
Wow.
So yeah, they walk in Monday and they smelling something a little off, and yeah, poor dude. So it appears that he overdosed. And he gets it. Well, whatever he took that he got in the tanning bed, and he died. And
Probably,
so I don't know if the
like
tanning
fentanyl
bed
or
was on the whole
something.
time and he cooked. I don't know how those things work. I mean, do they turn themselves off?
I think they do a timer, like a timer on them. I don't.
Okay.
Nowadays, they're not on all the time, and so.
Yeah, you can't get Final Destination in them.
Okay.
Dude, that's what I was thinking of. Stay out of my brain.
Yeah. No.
Stay out of my brain. You won't like it there.
Yeah. So here is a passenger plane was forced to make an emergency landing after a stowaway cat attacked the pilot. A kitty cat. So I know. So they figured that the cat was a stray and somehow gets into the plane. So it was, I think it was in Qatar, that they're at a cruising altitude. So they're 30 minutes to an hour after departure, I guess. And when this cat ends up in the cockpit with the pilot and the co-pilot, it's terrified. It terrifies them. And then it's going around and it's running around the cockpit, shredding the pilot and the co-pilot.
Oh my God. Can you imagine? Like over the intercom? Attention, passengers of blah, blah, blah. We have a kitty in the cockpit.
Does anyone own a tabby cat?
Or commercial?
It was commercial. So the passengers, they had to make an emergency landing. So they make an emergency landing, and they, after the crew's trying to wrangle the cat, and the cat's like a greased pig, man. It's zooming around this
Poor thing, honestly.
Poor thing, I know, was terrified. And so it was a Boeing, it was a 737, so it's a big airplane. Probably came in through the
737s.
baggage terminal somehow, you know what I mean? And nobody claimed the animal. So it wasn't anybody's cat. It wasn't like it got loose from its cat carrier or something. So, yeah. Anyway, nobody noticed it until they were in flight, you know, obviously when it's in the cockpit. And so, and yeah, so they landed and they ended up having to wrangle the airplane or the cat. There were 62 passengers on board, and fortunately, cat, plane, passengers, everybody got down on the ground in one piece. And yeah, I don't know what happened to the cat. I don't know if they were ever able to capture the cat, or they finally just opened the doors and the thing got out. But anyway, yeah.
It was probably just like an airport cat, but his whole life was airport. And maybe it was cold or something and it wanted to get in there. I don't know.
My dad's friend, interestingly enough, he used to sleep in the hangar a lot, in his hangar with the airplanes, because he'd be working really long hours on stuff. And he took in kind of a stray cat, and he had an office in the hangar. It was a office built into the hangar, and so he had a cot in there, and he'd fall asleep and sometimes stay overnight. But one night, the stray cat woke him up frantic. It saved his life because the propane heater he was using, something happened to the exhaust vent for this heater for the hangar, and it was slowly suffocating him with carbon monoxide, and it was the cat like pounding on this guy's chest, alerting him that something was wrong. When he woke up, he was really groggy, and he got out to the fresh air and realized what was going on.
Oh my gosh. Animals are just amazing.
They are. Here's another interesting news article, and this one is a court rejects a Romanian man's claim that he's alive.
What?
Yes. So a Romanian court, this guy goes to court and he's like, I'm alive. He was registered as deceased. And the court said, no, you're deceased. And the guy's going, I'm standing right here. I'm alive. And they rejected his claim.
So I wonder if that means like he can rack up all these debts and they can't go after him because he's dead.
Right?
It reminds me of that Monty Python bit. He's like, I'm dead. No. He's like, what was it? The guy's like, no, he's dead. And he's like, no, I'm not. And he's like, yes, you are. He's like, I got better.
Oh, yeah. Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead.
Bring out the dead. Bring out your dead. So this guy is 63 years old, and it says he lost his case because he appealed the ruling too late, and the ruling is final. So it seems to me in this instance where you have the man standing in front of you with the pulse that somehow you can reverse the ruling.
Well, to kind of save face on Romania, they probably thought he was a vampire.
So he probably did. He went to Turkey in 1992 for work, and he lost his family in Romania. Don't know how, but he did. I don't know if they moved and they said, got new phone numbers and they said, screw him. I don't know. But so she doesn't hear from him. So he leaves in 92 to go to work over there. And so she gets a death certificate for him in 2016.
What?
And so he comes back and he's like, no, I'm alive. I'm right here. I'm not dead. And they're like, too bad, so sad. So he says I'm officially dead. Although I'm alive, I have no income because I'm listed as dead and I can't do anything. So, like you said, man, go get a credit card and some kind of fake name and live the high life, man.
Right?
Get
That's
all
what
the
I
credit
say.
cards.
Yeah, get every
Although
credit
I'm not
card you
encouraging
can.
people to do that.
No, but if you're dead, what do you do?
And you can't even get a credit card because they're like, I'm sorry, we can't issue anything because you're dead. I'm like, I'm dead inside. So does that count?
You're undead. You're undead. Damn it.
You're the undead.
Anyway, I just thought that was craziness.
That is crazy to me. I wonder if it was like
Crazy.
a portal thing. Maybe he was abducted by aliens or something. Or maybe he was really a vampire.
I don't
and he
know.
Went to sleep. It's like
maybe
you have this long sleep, and it's like, hey, wake me up when it's 1999 so I can party. Like it's 1999. And you're late.
There's probably some kind of correspondence that got shuffled around in the mail or lost and he didn't know, or they didn't tell him, or whatever. It happens. But
and
just like
so,
last year's
I would
Christmas
assume
card.
a little piece of paper that says, hey, I'm alive is really important.
No.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Strange things have happened in this world, but that's our news stories for today.
Woo! Well, until next time.
Until next time, for the Rowdy's Curiosity Chronicle. We'll catch you next week. Bye.
Bye.